kids, it's Josh here again, and this is, of course, the Bible. And, of course, this is an atheist point of view, or I, the atheist, am reading from the New International Version of the Bible, with my own little atheist Utah sticker on the front. From this cover to that cover, and the way that it was written, the order that is, one chapter at a time, one chapter per video, because, fuck, who can take any more of that, this fucking thing than that? And this time I have my friend Tyler here, just basically watching. What's up, Ty? Yeah, okay. Anyways, before you even go on, because I always have bumpy music whenever I'm reading, because it just makes it more interesting. I think so. I'm going with funk. Just go a long way. You can hear it. Can you hear it? Okay, good. I'll tell you later. Okay, but where I left off is Leviticus chapter 11. Fuck, get this. Oh, okay. I really should probably invest in the bookmark someday, but fuck that shit. Alright, chapter 11. The paraphrase is, clean and unclean food. Grapes with dirt on them, grapes without dirt on them. That's it. Alright, first one. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, say to the Israelites, of all the animals that live on the land, there are the ones you may eat. You may eat any animal that has a split hoof, completely divided, and that chews the cud. That sounds disgusting to begin with. Thanks, I'll be a vegetarian. Oh, this is the part where basically they're probably going to point out that you can't eat shrimp and shit, but I'll read on. We'll get to that. Okay, verse 4, there are some that only chew the cud or only have a split hoof, but you may not eat them. You're getting confusing now, Yahweh. The camel, though it chews the cud, does not have a split hoof. It is ceremonially unclean for you. Ceremonially. Such a big biblical word. The coney, though it chews its cud, what the fuck is a coney? I thought that was the kind of pizza you bought in New York pizza eateries. The coney, no? The coney. What the fuck did we look? The coney, though it chews and eats its cud, does not have a split hoof. It is unclean for you. Well, fuck. Wash it, then eat it. God. Does not have a split hoof. It is unclean for you. The rabbit, though it chews the cud, does not have a split hoof. It is unclean for you. Ah, the rabbit. And the pig, though it has a split hoof, completely divided, does not chew the cud. It is unclean for you. Bacon is blasphemous. Verse 8, you must not eat their meat. Meat. Or touch. They're correct. Their carcasses. They are unclean for you. The fuck are we supposed to do with them then? Just let them lie around, drop flies, and fucking stink? Christ! Whatever. Okay, verse 9. Of all the creatures living in the water and of the seas and the streams, you may eat any that have fins and scales. Well, thanks. But all creatures in the seas or streams that do not have fins and scales, whether among all the swarming things or among all the other living creatures in the water, you are to detest. You're supposed to hate them. Hate them. I detest. Really says that, detest, I know. Fuck. Verse 11, and since you already detest them, you must not eat their meat, and you must detest their carcasses. I hate your dead ass. Alright, verse 12. Anything living in the water that does not have fins and scales is to be detestable to you. You're supposed to hate it. They're all sinners. stunning fish. Verse 13, these are the birds you are to detest, and do not eat because they are detestable. The eagle, the vulture, the black vulture, the red kite, any kind of black kite, any kind of raven, the horned owl, the screech owl, the gull, any kind of hawk, the little owl, National Geographic. Birds are in season. The cormorant, the great owl, the white owl, the desert owl, the osprey, the stork, any kind of heron, hoopoo, and the bat. All that shit. Do not eat that shit, motherfucker. Don't care how hungry you are. This shit's funny. Fuck. Verse 20. All flying insects that walk on all fours are to be detestable to you. Flying insects that walk around on all fours? Well, someone wasn't much of a biologist when they were writing this fucking thing, were they? All flying insects. Then they're not insects if they have 4 legs. Well, you missed it too, you dummy. Alright, verse 21. There are, however, some winged creatures that walk on all fours that you may eat. I want to know one creature that just has wings and 4 legs. I don't know of any Pegasus national. Well, the unicorn was mentioned. I don't know about Pegasus. I should Google that. What's Pegasus in the Bible? You know, the flying horse. Stupid! Those that have joined legs for hopping on the ground. What the fuck is this twisted shit? Fuck. Okay, verse 22. Of these you may eat any kind of locust, katydid, oh yummy, cricket, or grasshopper. Verse 23. But all other winged creatures that have 4 legs you are to detest. Hate them! Hate them like you've never hated anyone before! Verse 24, you will make yourselves unclean by these. Whoever touches their carcasses will be unclean until evening. What, the sun sets, the stink stops? Unclean until evening, you don't say. About the animals that walk on all fours, those that walk on their paws are unclean for you. You can't eat pussycat. You'll hear that? Whoever touches their carcasses will be unclean until evening. And then after the sun sets, their stink goes away. Anyone who picks up their carcasses must wash his clothes, and he will be unclean until evening. They are unclean for you. It's all unclean. It's all just a mess. Everything is just a great big fucking mess. Jesus Christ. Okay. Verse 29. Of the animals that move around on the ground, these are unclean for you. The weasel. Don't eat one. The rat. Any kind of great lizard. Is there a so great lizard? Great lizard? Is there a great lizard? The gecko, the chameleon, verse 31, of all those that move along the ground, these are unclean for you. Whoever touches them when they are dead will be unclean till evening. What exactly does that mean? You're just not going to get talked to? You know, you stink, you're so unclean. I can't talk to you until later on after the sunset, fuckers. The fuck else is that supposed to mean? Alright, verse 32. Then one of them dies and falls on something. That article, whatever its use. What? That article, whatever its use. What's the article? Obviously, we don't give a fuck what it does, but I mean, it'd be nice to know what it is. You know? That article, whatever its use, will be unclean. Whether it is made of wood, cloth, hide, or sackcloth. What's the relevance of that? That's the shit what it's made of! Put it in water, it will be unclean till evening, and then it will be clean. Should I add some palm olive? Verse 33, if one of them falls into a clay pot, everything in it will be unclean, and you must break the pot. And is there a specific for breaking the pot? Just pick it up and... Wham! Fuck this pot. Verse 34, any food that could be eaten but has water on it from such a pot is unclean, and any liquid that could be drunk from it is unclean. Why does we need biblical instructions to tell us your dishes are dirty? If you put water or food in them, you might get sick. Alright, verse 35. And eating has become of their carcasses fails and becomes unclean. An oven or cooking pot must be broken up. They are unclean, and you are to regard them as unclean. Put a post-it on it. Unclean! Verse 36, a spring, however, or a cistern for collecting water remains clean, but anyone who touches one of these carcasses is unclean. Let me guess, until the evening? If a carcass falls on any seeds that are to be planted, they remain clean. Why are they so fucking special? Alright, verse 38. But if water has been put on the seed and a carcass falls on it, it is unclean for you. Oh! Single it out, motherfuckers, now, huh? It's okay. It's kind of like, you know, what the difference between a slut and a bitch is. A slut will fuck everybody and a bitch will fuck everybody. But you! Okay. What the fuck did I leave off? Here we go. Okay. Verse 39, if an animal that you are allowed to eat dies, anyone who touches the carcass will be unclean until evening. Gee, what a shock. Never saw that one coming. Verse 40, anyone who eats some of the carcass must wash his clothes and will be unclean till evening. Anyone who picks up the carcass must wash his clothes, and he will be unclean till evening. Stupid. Okay, verse 41, every creature that moves around on the ground is detestable. It is not to be eaten. You are not to eat any creature that moves about on the ground, whether it moves on its belly, or walks on all fours, or on many feet. It is detestable. Always detestable. Fuck. And it is detestable. Verse 43, do not defile yourselves by any of these creatures. What? Defile? I kind of think it says, do not stick a snake up your ass. You will defile yourself. Do not make yourself unclean by means of them, or be made unclean by them. What? Did that make any sense to you? No. Yeah, same way. I am the Lord your God. Consecrate yourself. And be holy, because I am holy. Hey, you know what's holy? My pants. They're most holy. Mostly. I was thinking about that yesterday. Because I am holy, do not make yourself unclean by any creature that moves around on the ground. You've established once, Yahweh. What the fuck? Verse 45. I am the Lord who brought you up out of Egypt to be your God. Therefore be holy, because I am holy. Holio! Holy. I'm almost done. Verse 46. These are the regulations concerning animals, birds, every living thing that moves in the water, and every creature that moves around on the ground. Verse 47 in the final fucking chapter in this list of bullshit. You must distinguish between the unclean and the clean. Which is which one's stinky, which one smells alright. You're unclean. Between living creatures that may be eaten and those that may not be eaten. Bullshit! Well, kids, once again, this is Josh, and this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.